The topic is the Miami real estate market in 2022, including pricing, trends, and projections. We'll focus on the housing market trends in Miami-Dade, Broward, and Palm Beach counties of Florida. So I'll have a lot of details, a lot of numbers, so it might be beneficial to be able to rewind and listen to certain aspects of the as needed. Let's start with Palm Beach. Palm Beach real estate continues to be a high demand, low supply market, although there are signs of an uptick in supply. The number of active listings for single-family homes in Palm Beach decreased by only 2.5% year over year in April 2022. Rising interest rates are expected to boost days on market in the coming months. And for this reason, we think this might be a good indicator for buyers. With higher mortgage rates, less supply, higher sales prices, overall completed transactions in Palm Beach have settled back to pre-pandemic levels. Palm Beach County's total home sales fell by 26.2% year over year from 4,006 to 2,956. Existing condo sales in Palm Beach fell by 27% year over year from 2,017 to 1,472. Single-family home sales fell by 25.4% year over year from 1,989 to 1,484 in 2022, according to the National Association of Realtors. Sales fell short of the record-breaking market of 2021, which benefited from 2.5% mortgage rates, greater availability, and pandemic-driven demand. In April of 22, there were 201 existing condo sales in Palm Beach, valued between $400,000 and $600,000, down 4.7% year over year. In April 2022, the number of transactions for single-family homes valued between $400K and $600K in Palm Beach fell by 26.5% year over year to 396. The month supply of single-family home inventory has dropped since July 2019, reflecting high demand. Single-family housing inventory was stable at 1.4 months, indicating a seller's market. Existing condominium inventory fell by half to 1.1 months, signaling a seller's market. A 6 to 9 month supply exists in a market when buyers and sellers are in equilibrium. Next, let's review Broward County. It's not much of a surprise that Broward is also a seller's market. Sales are being hampered by a lack of inventory in some price ranges, notably for single-family homes. The month supply of inventory for single-family homes has dropped since July 2019, reflecting increased demand. Broward's total home sales fell by 12.9% year over year, from 4,006 to 3,489 in 2022. Next up is Miami-Dade, which has 2.7 million residents and is the 7th most populous county in the U.S. Miami-Dade's housing affordability problem is deteriorating. The market is strong, according to the most recent figures provided by the Miami Association of Realtors. According to the Miami Association of Realtors website, the median percent of the initial list price collected for single-family properties was 100% in April 2022, up 2% from the previous year. Miami-Dade had its 7th highest overall existing home sales month in history, as well as its 2nd best April sales month in history. The total number of home sales fell from 3,960 in April 2021 to 3,445 in April of 2022, although it was still significantly higher than any previous April, except April 2021. So let's move on to our next subtopic, Miami real estate market predictions 2022 to 2023. Let's take a look at Zillow's price patterns over the last few years. The median property price in Miami-Dade County has increased by over 155% since June of the previous decade. The average property price in Miami is now $441,318. This figure is adjusted for the season and only covers residences in the median price range. Home values in Miami-Dade County have increased by 24.5% in the last year alone. In short, The scarcity of accessible listings will continue to drive up home prices in Miami, which are expected to rise by 16.2% in the next year. As a result, today's relatively high home values in Miami could be considered a bargain, believe it or not. The next important question is whether or not to invest in Miami real estate. The most important thing to remember is that it's all about timing the market, whether you're in Miami or anywhere else in the world. When it comes to real estate, determining when to enter the market can be difficult. For the better part of a decade, the Miami real estate market has been firing on all cylinders. Even in the midst of a pandemic, Miami real estate remained in high demand. Rental properties in particular appear to have a number of positive factors working in their favor. Long-term buy and hold strategies are now just as appealing as their short-term counterparts, thanks to low borrowing costs, rising demand, and a scarcity of inventory. In conclusion, are you considering making a real estate investment in Miami? If that's the case, there's likely upside, but proceed cautiously. If you require assistance, please post your question in the comments below or contact us via contact information included in the description. That concludes this episode. Thank you for taking the time to listen,